welcome to a semi-crazy interview we've got set up here with the man who just finished playing in the U.S. Open, former Academy star and now Academy graduate, Kyle Westmoreland, 2014 graduate of the Air Force Academy, and his former coach, George Corey, who's out on the course. Both of them are courses, different places. Got to love Zoom that we can get these people together. But guys, welcome to the conversation. And first off, Kyle, if you could just tell us, just qualifying for the U.S. Open wasn't easy for you. Just kind of tell us and the fans how you got there and what that was like.
Yeah, so U.S. Open qualifying is 2 stages. They say roughly about 10,000 people sign up for the qualifying at the start, and it cuts down. And so we didn't do as well as we wanted to, but we finished, I guess, in the top 70. So we obviously want to do better than that. But how the qualifying works is you have local qualifying, which there's a bunch of sites around the world, really, and then it shrinks down to final qualifying that is I guess there's about 11 sites, and anywhere from 2 to 12, 16 people make it per site. So ended up 18 holes in the first one, 36 in the second one, and played well in the first one, made it through in South Carolina. And for the first about 20, for the first 18 holes of the final qualifying in Dallas, we didn't play very good. So it made the last 18 pretty exciting when we were able to do something pretty neat and make it through.
And what was that like? Was there a moment where you had qualified and that you were just like, yes? I mean, we all watched your motion in the U.S. Open, and I want to say what a great job you did at not getting too high, not getting too low. I mean, but just tell me what it was like at that moment when you realized this is really happening. I'm going to be the first Air Force Academy graduate to play in the United States Open.
Yeah, I to be honest, I didn't really think about that too much. I realized that we had made it about, I don't know, walking to the 18th tee box of the final qualifying stage of the second 18. So 36th hole, it was a par 5, and normally we would probably try to get there, but we took a nice iron off the box and played for a par. And when we tapped it in, we were pretty excited. We don't ride the highs and lows too much. We're pretty mellow and probably not that exciting of an interview, but it was awesome. I can't tell you how much it meant to me and all of my family for to make it there, to enjoy it. But like anything else, we found that the U.S. Open this week was a really special experience, not because necessarily we were there. We're happy to be there, but our friends and family, coaches, people that came out to support us really made it what it was, and I'm super thankful to have all of them there.
That's awesome. Let's bring in George now. George, I know you were able to travel and see Kyle play, but let me just ask you one question, and then I'm going to let you ask Kyle some questions. But first off, what was it like having a former player play in the U.S. Open like that, George? I mean, you had to be pretty proud, especially the first Academy player.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Kyle is an awesome ambassador for the Academy and definitely for our golf program. It was special. We watched, there were some delays in his qualifying. And so there were people all over the world, quite frankly, watching his numbers. And, he had about a 4-hour delay between his when his 15th hole posted and when 16 posted. And a lot of us were pretty nervous, but it was awesome for Kyle to include all the people he included, myself and Chris Wilson, who was his coach at the Academy as well. And, Ernie Settlemeyer, athletic trainer, what that felt like. And just walk us through that Sunday. You and Ryan Kramer showed up at Torrey Pines.
It was pretty surreal, honestly. We've been, I was fortunate to be able to go play Torrey a few years in the past. When other guys from the team had come back from deployments, we kind of met in San Diego, and that's where we kind of did our little, post-deployment golf little trip. And so I'd played it, but when we showed up, we were parking on the driving range. What was the driving range? So it was pretty neat to be able to, show up at the airport, a car is waiting for you, and you pull up. And Sunday we set out to just play 18 holes. We weren't taking any notes. We weren't doing anything special. We were just kind of taking it all in. So it's really it was really special for us to be able to get out there to, you know, see what a US Open venue entails and just kind of experience the course. You know, we took it all in. We played. It was fun. It was a long track. We kind of got to, you know, see what we were in for that week and then better prepare. But honestly, you know, as you know, you take it in for a few hours and then you're kind of getting to business and you're trying to figure out how you're going to do well in the tournament. So we really enjoyed it being there. We knew it was special from the start, and we knew we could do some damage. So we were just focused on, you know, trying to do the best we could and game plan the best we could for the week. Ryan Kramer is also probably the most, he's probably, as far as resumes go in the business world, I think he just graduated from Wharton.
Okay, just explain to me what's going through your mind and how you keep your mind about you, because in that first round, I think you hit 2 fairways and yet you were somehow able to shoot even par. How do you stay focused when it seems like everything around you is going crazy with the shots?
Yeah, so the fairway stats are obviously honestly not the best. We hit it really well all week. We're hitting it out there at a spot where the fairways are about 18 yards wide. So Bryson's not going to hit fairways. Wilco's not going to hit fairways. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to miss on the right side. And so you're not going to hit every fairway, especially the guys that hit it longer. And while I would have loved to have hit more fairways in the first round, second round, we were just more focused on missing in the right spot and to give us the best chance of making par. Par is a great score at the US Open. We knew that, and we knew we just had a game plan around it. So I wasn't, you know, at no point were we nervous or worried that we weren't hitting fairways, as long as we missed them on the right side, in the right spot, in order to, you know, give us a chance at making par.
Gotcha. Talk about a great score at the US Open. I think an eagle. I'm not sure how many people have actually recorded an eagle at the US Open. I'm sure, you know, there's a long list, but you've added yourself to that name. And yet you watch that back again, it's just like I don't know. Yeah, the same emotion as if you just bogeyed that hole. Just what's going on inside you when you sink that putt?
You know, happy to make the putt, get up there, you know, we should make that putt. It was just like just outside left edge. And honestly, an eagle's great. It's, you know, it helped us in the cause, but we were only halfway through that round. So we had a lot more to do and a lot more to focus on. But it was awesome. It was a great kind of pick me up. We were excited about it, and all of our supporters there and the fans around were excited about it too. So, you know, I love to have it. We were playing we played pretty well, and you know, that's definitely a jump start, and it was fun to have, but we had 9 more holes left, so had more work to do.
So I guess making the cut too, because I think when everyone saw back here at home that, you know, you had made the tournament, we were like, wow, that's awesome. Wouldn't it be great if he could have a good round? Wouldn't it be great if he could make the cut? And there you went, and you made the cut. When you're in the clubhouse after 2 rounds of the US Open and you realize you're going to play for 2 more days, what's that like? And I guess I know you probably are thinking, okay, this is just the start for my career. But in that moment, and you have time until you start playing the next day, what's it like in your mind to go, holy cow, I just made the cut at the US Open?
Pretty exciting. You know, we knew we made the cut. It shouldn't have been close. You know, we were playing well enough, and we had a little hiccup. We forgot we were playing golf for a hole and decided to play hockey. So after that hiccup, it was, you know, we recovered well, hit a bad tee ball, but chipped in for par the next hole, and we're pretty excited. And, you know, walking off after signing the scorecard, you know, for me, it felt pretty mellow. I knew I had made the cut. I knew I wasn't done yet. So I knew I still had some work, but after signing the scorecard, we went out and we saw all my family, friends, coaches, everyone was there. And, you know, that's really when it was special. It was, you kind of realize what you did, and, you know, we're super thankful to be able to do it. And that's, like I said, that's really what made it kind of the special part. And when it sunk in for me that it was, you know, something pretty neat.
Definitely. looks like we have George back, at least able to listen. But I do want to hear from you, Kyle. Is there anything that man, that George Corey, taught you here at the Academy that helped you get to that level? Was there any time when you hearkened, you could hear his voice in your ear as you were putting or as you were lining up a shot there at the U.S. Open?
Oh, I don't know if his voice was in my, he was out there with me. So he played the practice rounds with me. We worked on, he was there when we were game planning and how we were going to get around the course and saw all that. But, from Coach Corey and Coach Wilson, when I was at the Academy, I mean, everything they taught me, we try to get better at, try to perfect it, and we're never going to perfect it, but we try to continuously get better at it. And how they wanted me to play the game and kind of how my game has evolved and where we're at now. They played a huge part. They were big on, the wedge game, get the wedges better, get the short game better. And honestly, we hit it far, and if we, can wedge it pretty well, short game it pretty well, we'll compete pretty well. I didn't wedge it short game it as well as I'd like to on the weekend, but what they taught me there is, more than anything kind of been, I guess, the foundation for what, kind of how I play today, which is awesome. And I'm glad golf is that way. And I'm getting started at the age of 29. So it's great.
That might be a little later than a lot of folks are, but I'd like you to also speak to kind of the Academy piece of it. And what did you learn going through the United States Air Force Academy, and what did you learn as your time in the service that maybe helped you as well? I mean, I don't know if that had something to do with the demeanor and not getting too high, not getting too low, but maybe talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. The perspective that you gain from the military is hands down what I'm thankful for most. Golf is great. There's a lot bigger stuff in golf out there, and it kind of laid a foundation. We want to play golf and we want to do well, but we want to do it in a way that makes a difference. And I think that's what the military and what the Academy kind of really laid was that perspective, and also kind of the ability to and the Academy's tough. It's a grind. It teaches you to, and the military is a grind, so it teaches you to kind of endure, I guess. And typically in qualifiers, we root for the worst conditions possible, for delays, for rain, hail, snow, if we can get it blowing 20. We just want it to be as tough as possible because we know that, we can endure that and we keep going. And I think the military, really sets you up for success in a lot of different things, not just golf.
Brian, if I can jump, the thing that we can talk about the military, we can talk about the Academy. What we need to talk about is how hard he works. Kyle, from the time he was a cadet, was the hardest worker in the weight room, on the golf course. And, to see the fruits of his labor coming through now, it's awesome. But he can give Coach Wilson and I all the accolades, but he's the one putting in the hours. He's the one doing the endless hours of practice. Kyle, talk to us about once you made the cut, did your preparation pre-round or anything post-round change over the weekend versus throughout the week?
Nope, absolutely not. Preparation is, it's all still the same. The only thing that changed is on Sunday, after hitting it in a few lips of bunkers on Saturday off the tee, we decided on Sunday we were going to hit it over those bunkers. So we were just going to hit it a little harder, and if we were going to miss it, we were not going to be in the lip of a bunker. So that's kind of really the only thing that changed. But our preparation's pretty set in stone. We do the same thing pretty much every day and get ready, and it's a pretty easy place to do it there with a workout truck and a bunch of trainers, and basically right. We've pretty much ironed out the prep by the time the tournament starts, and just try to get better at our execution piece.
So I can't tell you how many graduates around the country and even those at Torrey have sent messages of encouragement for not only you making it there, but the way you carry yourself. The USGA made you a spotlight early on, and we couldn't be any more proud of the way you carry our flag and carry the flag for the for the Air Force Academy in the country. So we're very proud of that. But this is just the start for you, and you know that. So tell us where you're at now, and tell us, you know, what it looks like from here through the summer.
Yeah, so a quick turnaround. We're now in Athens, Georgia at a Form Tour event, former Canadian Tour, McKenzie Tour. It's basically a stepping stone for the PGA. It's kind of like a AA of baseball. And so we're here. We've got 8 tournament series that we're going to try to do well in and progress and see where it takes us. But other than that, I think we have an opportunity to maybe get into a couple other PGA events and see if we can't do some damage there. But honestly, it's one of those things where you work on your preparation, you work on getting better every day, and you try to just be ready for the next opportunity that presents itself. The US Open was obviously a phenomenal one, and while we would have liked to do a little bit better on the weekend, we were excited to be there, and I think it's incredible. It was an awesome experience, and I we would have liked to capitalize on a little bit more, but we're gonna build on it and try to do better the next time.
So you talked about your support at the Open. Obviously, you had Coach Willie and I in there, and you had all your a lot of your former teammates and family. Tell us about the support from the one closest to you and how important she is in this journey.
Great question. My wife, Erin, is, she makes it all possible. So she's the one that drives the boat. I'm just on it. And I try to do something cool when it stops somewhere. So it's, it's been awesome. She works very hard, and we're fortunate that she's able to work remote a little bit. So, I love when she gets to travel with me, but she really makes, playing golf easier. And I can't speak enough about her. And that's why when you ask these questions, we always say we, because no one person could get it done. I couldn't do it by myself. Erin is she is a great enabler and supporter, and she's obviously done so much for me. And we also extends to our coaches, so Coach Corey, Coach Wilson, Alan Terrell is a swing coach, Jeff Smith is a swing coach, Ernie is who still helps me with trainers. I mean, the list goes on and on. You can't, just like the military, you can't get any mission done without a great team. And I think we've built that team, and I think we can do great things. So I guess, the Academy teaches you a lot of people with a common goal can get something done, and that's what we're trying to do.
And who's on the bag this week?
Me. One trick pony this week.
Got it.
That's awesome. Hey, gentlemen, thank you so much for both taking the time. Kyle, good luck this weekend and throughout the rest of this season. But and I just want to say congratulations. I know you wanted to do better and things like that, but you'll go down in history. The first Air Force Academy graduate to play in the U.S. Open, and you did us very proud by making the cut and playing quite well, in my opinion.
But we definitely know you're our first, and this won't be the last major you play in.
Being the first Air Force Academy member to play and compete is awesome. Tom Whitney's out there doing a great job. So I'm sure, the first, I'm not going to be the last, but I hope I'm there again next year.
We do too.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the time. I really appreciate it, Kyle.
Thank you. Y'all take it easy.